Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to What's Up Vlog 160. We're back at the races. WKG Racing League round 5. Who ate all the pies? We've been away for a little while, and I'm guessing quite a few of us have been indulging, and I've already read some messages about some additional weight that's been put on in this last couple of weeks break that we've had. Surprisingly, despite eating and drinking pretty well in France, I've come back about a pound. I'm going to average it out at a pound lighter than I was when I left. So, not quite sure how that happened. Obviously, lots of cycling, but there was also lots of steak, burgers, cheese, wine, beer, ice cream, cake. I could go on. So, I'm not quite sure how I managed to maintain the weight. So, luckily, no adjustments needed for me on my Zwift weight. So, racing again. This is the Watopia figure 8 in replacement of what was scheduled for today, which was the 111 race, but I don't think it was a convenient day or time for a lot of people, especially me, and I'm particularly pleased because obviously I've come back from France with what started out, I think, just as a cold, but turned into a bit of a rotten chest infection, which I'm really struggling to shake off. So I will be racing in the very loosest sense of the word today. I've just done the most pathetic warm-up of about the maximum I hit was about 125 watts. So gives you an idea of kind of where my body is. So I'm going to be pootling around at the back, but hopefully that just gives me an opportunity to get a good look at everybody else during the race. I've got front of race cam running as well with Lucas sitting in the start pen for the A's. So I need to remember as soon as the race starts to flick onto somebody else's view so I can overlay the race view from different positions. Why am I getting dinging? Oh, the A's are going early, are they? Oh, whoa, hang on a minute. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, all right, anyway. Oh, the A's have started. Sorry, guys, I had absolutely no idea that they'd set them at different start times. This whole thing was a bit of a confusion because the time was supposed to be 7:30 p.m. UK time. Ended up being 6:45. I think it's just the best slot Zwift could fit in. But obviously they've set up the A's to go out before us as well. Anyway, they're off. Currently watching M. Oborn. And we've got Matt Seafried has not left the start pen. Come on, man. Oh, no. Don't tell me. Oh, no. Have I jumped back to the C's? Oh, please don't tell me I've just jumped out of that. Let's go back to Lucas and see if I can get anyone in the B's. Oh, is it literally just the A's that are going? Oh man, I've royally screwed this up already. Why am I not seeing the A riders? Yeah, it's only Lucas. Right. Anyway, I'll still be able to concentrate on some other guys. So we'll go for Emmanuel Pearson. We will focus on him on the other cam. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought now. Where was I? So we've got 2 minutes till race start. As I say, I'm not even racing really. I'm just riding. In fact, I'm under very strict instructions from my wife not to be racing. She would certainly not have any sympathy for me if I'm coughing and spluttering after this, having aggravated it myself by racing on this. Brian Roden's live streaming. I've just seen in the chat. So great to see all you guys again, by the way. This is brilliant, and that's actually a better turnout than I was expecting because it's these weekends when the summer's, well, it's raining now, but when the summer supposedly kicked in, I understand everybody's going to be out and about on their bikes, and I think this summer league, from now until the end, is going to be kind of hit and miss for a lot of people, whether they're able to attend, but I was well aware of that. I think going forwards, we'll put a little bit more focus on the winter leagues, try and build those up into a more special series during the main sort of Zwifting season. But yeah, it's so great to see all these names. Keith D's in there, good man. We got Jay Woodward, Wylanez, Kay Wilshire, D. Bruce, S. Valdez, P. McLaren, M. Oborn, who was the one who I was watching on the other screen. Oh, hang on, right. So Pearson's gone as well. So the B's have gone, have they? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I've lost the plot completely. Anyway, we've got 44 seconds. I'm going to quickly switch back, there we go, to the proper full screen recording. And start winding something into my legs. Just wish everybody good luck. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be a race from my perspective. This is going to be spectating from the back. It's annoying. I've got an error as well. I picked up an error during my warm-up. Here we go. Light goes green and we're off. Good luck, everybody. Right on. It appears that everybody's starting at different times. We've still got the D sitting in the start pen as well. This is really strange. I'm assuming they're all categories were staggered 5 minutes apart, which is not ideal. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get to the front of the C's, which I'm thinking is, oh, it's this isn't right. They're all just flicking all over the place. Right. Let's go up to, oh, here we go. Brian Roden, who I'm pretty sure is a B category. Is that what's going wrong here? Is it that the categories aren't working properly on Zwift? I can't imagine everybody's just selected the wrong categories. Anyway, watch Brian Roden for a while, and he's currently showing in 3rd place. So we've got JJ first, and MPT second. Then we have E Wishick, S Mawson's there, Matt Rhys Evans is there, M Jackson's there, Keith D, Kevin Wiltshire, Duncan Bruce is up there as well. Is it a bit of a giveaway on Lucas's screen that he's not got a paid subscription with the hey, you've got 25 kilometres remaining message writ large at the bottom of the screen there. Right, let's see if we can get hold of who's in 1st place in this category now. There we go. MPT from Wales, but I'm not sure if PT is a team, or I'm not sure. It's not a rider I'm familiar with, I'll be honest. But he is currently leading this category. I can see an A cat now, which I'm going to try, or I could. Let's click on. Okay, I think we've got Wilt's rider in the Bs, showing as the leader of the Bs currently. And then it looks like, there we go, I've managed to click on Evelyn Ayres. He's currently in the A's. And he is, aha, right, we're getting some A riders now. So, Jay Woodward, currently second, meaning M. Oborn is the leader of the A's. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 riders all bunched together pretty tight there in the A category. With P Sharp, M Bike, Jay Woodward and M. Oborn. So we'll try and keep an eye on that one. Now here we've still got this same large bunch in the C's. I'll try and have a look in a moment to see if I can get a view on any of the D category riders, because I think they obviously started slightly after. We got some aggression going on here now. We've got Brian Roden taking the lead in this category with a very strong kick coming up the little ramp on the way out of the tunnel. Len Capel trying to stay with him, but that whole bunch has dropped 2-3 seconds off the back. And this will be interesting to see. Now, Brian's backed off. It's a bunch that size would be incredibly difficult to shake off without a very strong, sustained effort. And it looks like MPT is going to lead the charge, bringing the main bunch back to Brian. I think that was just a little kick on that ramp coming out. I'm not sure it was a serious attack. Of course, I can fire out some ride-ons while I'm doing this. Okay, right, let's have a quick look at the B category now. So we've got John Grenfell. There's Dave Crook. I think they look like Dave Crook at the side of the road there. Having problems. Yep, he's down to, oh man, is he on a TT bike? Oh no, that might be the Tron. Yeah, it's the Tron. Oh man, I'm not sure what's happened to Dave, but I do know it's about 4 o'clock in the morning for him. So it's possible he's just fallen asleep at the bars. No, I joke, obviously, and I have to look into that to see what the issue is with Dave. It's possibly just some kind of dropout, but that's a real shame. So we've got John Grenfell, 15 seconds ahead of him, we have I Castro, who is 4 seconds behind Manuel Persan. Matt Seafried asking if it's counterclockwise. It should be the figure 8, so it's every kind of clockwise. Right, 29 seconds up from Emmanuel. Jay Elliott, who is 39 seconds behind T Quinn. And T Quinn has just dropped off the back, or is chasing back to a group here of Jay Boslau, or Boslog, Mr. Hans-Petter Summerson, Wilts Ryder, Yu Matatan, Jay Yang Columbia, and Mr. Frank Storley. Frank, that's a timely reminder for me. I need to send you your delivery fee back, my friend, because you paid an astronomical cost to get your kit sent to arrive before you went on your travels. And as I understand it, it didn't arrive. I did everything I could to get as close to next day delivery to Norway as I possibly could. You are in Norway, aren't you? If not, that's where your kit went anyway. Yeah, so we tried, but it was just too short a deadline, sadly. So, but I will refund you that that shipping cost, because that was because I'm going to take it up with them myself anyway, because it should have been guaranteed for the day before you left. But anyway, I'm waffling. Right, who else have we got in here? We've got Mr. Nick Taylor. Did I mention Wilts Ryder? I think I did. And Boslaugh. Mr. Storley. So Boslaugh, I'm going to say Boslaugh, is currently leading. No, he's not, because Matatan, Yu Matatan, has just taken the lead of the B category. This is a good looking group, actually. There's some strong riders in there, all sticking very tightly to each other, holding mid to high 3 watts per kilogram. What we got going on up the front, we've still got the same bunch. Currently, M-Bike. Oh, has someone broken away at the front, or is this? Oh, there we go. So, Paul Sharp, he of the gleaming toned calf muscles, pulling away at the front of the race. Well, I say pulling away, just sitting at the front of a 5-man group, a 4-man group at the front of the race. You can tell I couldn't have raced, can't you? I'm getting out of breath just commentating, doing. Oh, I went to look at my watts then, it said I'm doing 562. That's not me. That is Yu Matatan, trying to have a little dig. Bonus points, by the way, for this race are on the forward KOM. So the original Watopia KOM. There's 2 bonus points in each category. Matatan, that's a pretty decent kick, actually. He's managed to get 5 seconds. Oh, Darren. Darren's pulled out, struggling to breathe. I know the feeling, my man. I hope it's nothing serious. I just need to keep going now to beat you, don't I? No, that's harsh. No, I hope you're all right. There's quite a few people actually that have been recently affected by sniffles and things like that, which this kind of exercise surely can't help. Which is why I'm currently doing whatever it is I'm doing. I have no idea. 50 watts, something like that. Anyway, okay, so Yu Matatan has pulled a 5-second gap on the rest of the Bs and has caught M Parent, who's at the tail end of the A's. So, good riding, man. I'm going to try and get back to the C's if I can, and then move on from there to the D's. There's me, still going. Oh, no, I'm charging down Darren. Oh, man, I'm gutted for you, Darren. I really am. Although that has helped me jump on. No, not me. Here we go. Bit of DCAT action. We have Noel McGrath with E. Soy. Tsoy? Soy. It's usually silent, isn't it, the T? So, Noel McGrath, Jay Hobson, E. Soy. Who have we got here? Is this Mr. Ward? It is indeed. M. Ward, E. Soy, Jay Hobson, N. McGrath. And currently leading the Ds, we have Mr. Patrick Baker. Good job, man. Are you on for another strike, possibly? I think there's quite a few. I think this could be the first race where we see promotions. Kenneth's not racing, is he? I don't think I saw him in there. He's right on the cusp. I can't remember, Patrick, if you have had 2 strikes already. and are on the cusp itself, but certainly putting in a good performance today, so keep it up, man. As I mentioned before, these strikes should be seen as badges of honour. They should be worn with pride. I can only dream of getting disqualified and promoted from the C's to the B's, so it's something you should be proud of. All right, back at the front of the race, we've still got M Bike, Paul Sharp, M Oborn. Actually, that trio have stretched their legs over Jay Woodward. 21-second gap. So it is those three guys at the moment doing the business up front. I can't see Yves Linares, so I can only assume he's a little further down. I don't want to risk coming away from this too far, because bloody nightmare getting back. But I can only assume he's a little further back from these guys. But there's Jay Woodward anyway. Like I say, 20 seconds behind the leader, or the leaders, who are Paul Sharp, M Oborn, and M Bike. We're still with Patrick Baker, who's got a healthy 49-second lead over Noel in second, who's got M Ward right on his wheel by the looks of things. Ah, that's what it was. Dave's had a dropout. How's your luck? Get up at 3 in the morning for a race and have a dropout. That's such terrible luck. My spelling's not much better. Such bad luck. Let's correct that quickly. Right, let's jump back up, see what's going on in my home category, the C's. So we currently have N Older at the front, with MPT, M Jackson, D Bruce, B Roden, P Rodriguez, all within 2 seconds behind. Then a little gap to JJ, S Mawson, El Capel, E Wishick, and John Grenfell's in there as well. Who's this one? It just says all the pies. Let's have a look. Who is that? Kate, all the pies. Oh, is that Catherine? Catherine, all the pies Denton, I'm going to guess. And she's currently got 8 seconds over her husband, Keith. She has Zootmeister and Banglasco, just a handful of seconds behind. Then we do have Mr. Keith Denton, who has a 17-second lead over P. McLaren, who's 15 seconds ahead of K. Wilshire, with Snorefely, the Snorefely, Velo Viking, sitting close on his wheel. Jump 13 seconds back to P. Daly and P. Santa Maria and Mr. M. Rhys Evans. Then just a small matter of 6 minutes and 5 seconds back to me, knocking out a stunning 82 watts. But I'm keeping my heart rate under control, and my heart rate monitor is working at this kind of pace, which is it's always good. And I've just royally screwed up, haven't I? I've now lost all the riders I wanted to be with. Come on. It's possible when I come past this junction, I'll be able to pick up a few more of the riders. Do you know what I could do? I could be really sneaky and just try and have a blast for the KOM time. This is the reverse KOM, so I'm not having to worry about this one, but I could possibly pick up a few bonus points just by saving my legs and having a crack at the KOM when I get to it. Aha, right, quickly, click away. Got some B riders, there we go. Right, we're back in business. So, still at the front of the Bs, we have Yu Matatan. 3 seconds ahead of Nick Taylor and Wilts Ryder and Frank Storley and Jay Yang and Jay Boslaff. And then it's about 1 minute and 10 back to Mr. Hans Petter Summerson. Did I just see Yves Linares? Let me have a look. I'm curious to see where Yves is in this race. There we go. So Yves is, yes, so he's a minute and so, a minute off Jay Woodward, 1.5 minutes off the other guys in the A category. Do you know what's annoying? I haven't got any of my new jerseys clean since France. It's my fault. I've not been the best at unpacking and washing all my clothes. I managed to put all my bibs in the dark wash, but I've not done like an orangey, orange, yellow, pink, red wash or whatever it would usually be. So the excitement of racing in this kit in game, I've let myself down by not matching my real kit. I still love this kit, but it needs to match. I won't make that mistake again. So we're now watching Mr. Rhys Evans, who, let me just get back to the front of this. I'm not ignoring you guys, but further down in the pecking order of this category. It's just, particularly if I want to see people coming over the line, I need to be at the front at all times if I can. Front of the C-Cat is N. Alder, MPT, P. Rodriguez, Castro, Bruce, Jackson. And then 18 seconds back to Mr. Roden. I feel like I should be getting out of the saddle. Hang on, let me... cool, I actually forgot how to change my gears then for a second. I've dropped a chain. Dropped a chain. I got a bit used to the E-tap. And that meant I tried some weird double tap thing then, which clearly wasn't a good idea. Right, let's just ruin this towel. It's a good job I'm not racing tonight. This would have been a bit of a disaster. And even better that it's not the 111. Double points and all that. And the kind of what I consider to be like the queen stage of these WKG League races. So I want to be full fitness, and I need to get used to this mechanical shifting again. How snobby am I, eh? Need to get used to mechanical shifting again. I have been spoiled. This last week was obviously the first real test I've had with the E-tap. I've done 3 rides, I think, prior to this week, and I really liked it. This week actually showed some flaws, but I think there are flaws in how I've set it up as much as anything else. And also, I wasn't aware that you can actually drain your batteries without riding your bike. So my understanding is that the batteries had been left on my bike whilst we drove however many hundreds of miles from Folkestone down to the south of France, and that drained them because I definitely charged them. However, on my first ride out, my front derailleur battery went flat, so I spent half the day stuck in the little ring spinning 120, 130 RPM, which wasn't fun. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before. There's a little bit of fine-tuning I definitely need to do. I think it's where everything was new and I've put it on, and things, after they've been tightened up and fitted, tend to loosen up again after a few rides and need sort of resetting. I think that's the stage I'm at, and unfortunately I wasn't in a position to really be fiddling around with it too much in France, so I just had to grin and bear it. But a couple of gears made more noise than I wanted them to. I think the outer limit on the front derailleur is not quite right because I dropped a chain a couple of times. So, but as a system, how it works, whew, love it, absolutely love it. But the star of the show, I've got to say, for me, was actually the power meter. I've never, obviously prior to this rotor, I've never had a power meter, but I've never really had a chance to properly utilise it or feel any particular benefits from it. Right, hang on, I've got to change up. What am I doing here? Right, up to the big ring. There we go. Right, sorry. We had plenty of discussions about this, about whether to average Joe, a power meter really is worth the cost. For the cost of a rotor 2-in power, and for my ability, 100% no, it's not worth the cost. It's far too expensive for the very marginal gains that I will get from it. However, where I really did enjoy having it was its assistance in helping me to pace myself correctly for the distance ahead and the the gradient ahead. So on the first climb in particular at Mont Ventoux, I'm not at the stage where I really read my body as well as I should, so I tend not to be able to naturally pace myself very well. But being able to look down on my screen, set in my mind a maximum number of watts, and see if I'm over or under that, I think was absolutely priceless on that particular ride. Because, I mean, anyone that's seen the video will see it wasn't easy. I did cramp up near the top. But I have to say, the climb itself wasn't the problem. It wasn't, that wasn't what destroyed me. It was the weather and stupidly stopping 2.5 kilometres or whatever from the top to have a look at the Tommy Simpson Memorial, because it was getting back on the bike that gave me cramp. But the actual climb itself, having paced it the way I had, I had more in the legs. Honestly, I did. It might not have appeared that way on video, but again, that was to do with the weather conditions and the whole situation. But yeah, so the power meter, being able to read, instantly see my cadence, see my heart rate, all the information I'm used to having, but then also being able to see my power zones, the watts per kilogram I'm putting out, my actual power, my left-right leg balance, all that kind of stuff, actually was really useful. It's not going to make me any faster. It's not going to make me, it's not going to turn this chunky 44-year-old into a pro cyclist all of a sudden, but it enabled me to get the most out of those types of rides because I could pace myself better. It was just like being on Zwift, doing out to Zwift, seeing exactly what your power is, seeing what your power to weight ratio is, and being able to monitor it and balance your effort based on that. And yeah, it was just nice having that information. Anyway, I've gone on about this quite a long time, haven't I? Let's get back to the racing. So, P. Rodriguez still leading the C category, although it shows Mr. Bruce ahead of him, but currently in second. Anyway, they're all in the same bunch. We've got N. Elder, D. Bruce. Who's this? Emmanuel Pearson. Oh, he's a B cat. Sorry, Emmanuel. Yeah. So they're mixing it with some of the back end of the Bs now, are the Cs. So M. Jackson, D. Bruce, MPT, Rodriguez. Who have I missed out? I think that's it for the Cs. They're all stuck together, and like I say, mixing in with the B cat riders. Let's have a quick look back at the A cat. We've still got M bike, P sharp, M Obon just a couple of seconds off the back. As they're, in fact, this is the KOM, so I wonder if they've remembered that this is where the bonus points are. They're certainly putting out some power up there. So it'll be interesting to see who takes this. It's looking like it's going to be M bike at the moment, depending on where they started at the foot of this climb and whether somebody decides to have a kick. Looks like Yves Lunares has pulled back in on Jay Woodward, which is good going. Of course, I'm forgetting the who is and who isn't registered league rider as well, and I'm not sure M bike is, so there's no point, although he looks like he's going to. I was going to say there's no point in Mr. Sharp busting a gut to win that KOM, those KOM bonuses, because I don't think it's relevant for M bike anyway. Let's see what their times are anyway. So M bike's over the line, 1:48. That's a good time. 1:51 for Mr. Sharp. All right, let's. I'm going to see if I can get to the head of the Bs. So we've got Hans-Petter Summerson currently showing his 7th. All right, here we go. I think Matatan was the head of the Bs, wasn't he? There we go. And he is also on the KOM. They're putting out similar power to the A's, and they're not actually that far behind. It's quite a tight race at the moment. So Matatan's got 5 seconds over Taylor, Wiltsrider, Storley, Yang, and Boslav. Oh, rocking a full 70s porno beard and a nice ponytail under that helmet I just spotted. Looking good, Mr. Matatan. Oh, do you know what? I've got to get out of the saddle. My backside, it's not quite not quite playing ball. Okay, so Matatan, oh no, that's Seafried, 2:37. Here comes Matatan now. Crosses the KOM banner in a time of, what was your time? Looks like 2 minutes exactly as a personal best. Why are you not showing up in the leaderboard? Is that because I can only see the CCAT leaderboard? That's why. Okay. But it looks like Matatan took it. Yang did a 2:06. Sadly, I didn't see the other guys. So these are the guys. These are leading the league positions in this race. Frank Storley and Nick Taylor. So Matatan with his 13-second lead. Looks like taking bragging rights for the race. But it's not going to affect the league points for these two guys. Just quite handy. Not having a huge turnout for this race is that even if I just get to the finish, there's a whole load of points in it for me. And like I say, I might have a bit of a crack. What was that time? Was it 2:37? I think Matt Seafried's did up the KOM. So I'll keep an eye on what the CCAT KOM time is. I might have a sneaky little burst. Obviously, only your top 8 points finishes count towards the league. Out of the 12 rounds, only your best 8 point hauls count. So it may be that this will be all for nothing anyway, even if I pick up a point for racing and finishing and 2 points for the sprint. It might not actually count for anything at the end of the season, but it might. It might be the difference between me and my 5 main nemesis. What's the plural of nemesis? Is it nemesi? Can't be. I'm going to say nemesises. Jane Coates, Darren Hunter, Rink Visser, Keith Denton, Catherine Denton. You're all on my radar. Amazingly, I'm currently leading that battle in the league table. And yeah, like I say, it's possible if I could pick up some bonus points in this race might not be a completely lost cause. Right, let's have a look. What's going on at the front here? Still M-Bike. Oh, M-Bike's. Yeah, he's pulled away. And Paul, probably quite wisely, has realised it doesn't affect his league position. Possibly just let him go. Or possibly wasn't able to follow. There's no way of knowing. Yeah, look at these 3 all in a line. F. Storley, N. Taylor, Y. Yang. Now this little trio, Yang, Taylor and Storley, are pulling back in on Matatan. They managed to take 5 or 6 seconds out over a relatively short distance. So power in numbers and all that. What have we got here? We've got M-Bike still 32 seconds ahead of Paul Sharp. So is this coming over for the finish? Or is there more to go? For M-Bike in the A-Cat. I think this could be for the finish. I'm going to flick away just in case. So I'm now on Paul Sharp. And I think this is the finish. Yeah, it's got to be 12 watts per kilogram. Paul Sharp putting in a kick over the line. I'm going to have to flick away, otherwise I'm going to lose it. So, next up in the A-Cat, I believe, should be Evelyn Ayres and Jay Woodward. Okay, back to this B-Cat scrap. Matatan's pulled away again, and we got Yang's made a break for it. 8 seconds ahead of Taylor and Storley. Still got Woodward and Linares. I'll tell you what, I can just go to full screen, go up to this screen now, can't I, and watch everybody coming in. So here we go. This is for 3rd and 4th place in the overall positioning. Let's switch back on this camera, let's switch back to these guys. Just in case I missed them. Alright, so this is going to be a sprint for the line, clearly. Between Jay Woodward, Evelyn Ayres. Both backed off slightly. Eve's sitting in the wheel, dropped down to 1 watt per kilogram for a while there. Just biding his time, sucking the wheel. Very cagey. Jay Woodward also down 2 watts per kilogram. This is a tricky situation. You don't want to back off too much, but you don't want to drag the guy behind you all the way to the line either. And here we go, Evelyn Ayres, 8 watts per kilogram. How far have they got? Oh, it's pulled off again. He's got a draft boost as well, sitting in there. 300 meters to go. Who's this going to be? I better get ready to click away, unfortunately. And there we go, Eves. Yeah, that's too much. 10 watts per kilogram. Evelyn Ayres pulls away. Jay Woodward tries to respond, 12 watts per kilogram. But that's going to be too little too late, unfortunately. Or is it? Yes, it is. Right, had to flick away to Matatan. Not far behind these guys at all. So Matatan's going to be next to come over the line. Great job, Mr. Matatan. And he has Jay Yang just behind him. I'm going to flick away because we've got a battle going on here. Frank Storley, Nick Taylor. Looks like Frank's going to get it. Yeah, Frank holds on to that. Come on, give me someone else to click onto because I don't want to click on myself. Oh. Oh. Come on, man. Put me back in the module. Back to me. I'm not going to be able to see anyone. Or am I? Oh, hello. 26. 6th place. Is that going to be... No, we have got other riders further up the road. We have Hans-Petter Summerson. Looks like he's going to be next to come over the line. Get this onto something more useful as well. Let's go back to Lucas. Oh. Right, that's blown it. Ignore that one. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Of course, we've got Boslav. He's coming up to the line. 29.3. Whoa, I've forgotten a few of them. Wilts Ryder. Here we go. Just in time. Is there anyone else? No, it looks like Boslav. It's going to be next over the line. Please don't say I've missed any other riders. Oh, backside's killing me. So, Wilts Ryder coming up next. Looks like no pressure from behind. It's got a nice 24-second, 23-second gap to Boslav. So I'll flick away. Good job, Wilts Ryder. Here is Boslav. And again, I don't think he's under any particular pressure. So, good job, my friend. Coming up to the line. Right, let's flip back to me quickly. See if I can get anyone else. We've got Brian Roden up there. We have got P. Rodriguez. Hans-Petter Summerson. Is he the next? I think Hans might be the next to come up to the line. Let's keep an eye on this. Have I just wiped grease from my chain all over my face? I forgot I'd put it on this towel. I just wiped my face, possibly with the greasy side. I can't see in that camera. Anyway, so Hans-Petter Summerson with just a handful of kilometres through the S's to go. A nice roll down to the finish line. It's a big scrap going on behind Hans, so this is going to be a tricky one to watch. With Rodriguez, Jackson, Bruce, and who else is there? Elliot. Okay, so I'm going to come away from Hans. No disrespect, buddy, but it looks like you've got that position quite nicely sewn up. And this appears to be where the action is. So I'm going to try and keep an eye on this one if I can. Try and call them out as and when they hit the line. This is going to be tough. So we've got Jackson at the front, then Elliot, then Rodriguez, then Bruce. Jackson still at the front. He's popped an aero. Bruce in his wheel. And Jackson's lighting it up. So's Bruce. 7 watts per kilogram. Here we go. Here we go. These two have got a bit of a gap. Elliot now up to 6 watts per kilogram. Still Jackson. Can Bruce pull that back in? He's gone very early. Looks like Bruce might be pulling that back in. Rodriguez as well. So we're Jackson, Bruce, Elliot, Rodriguez. I think he's going to stay in that order. Is it? Is it? Bruce is going through with Jackson. Oh, I can't talk. My voice is going. So, Jackson, Bruce, Elliot, Rodriguez in that order. Ah, not me, not me, not me. Queen, 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 Queen. There we go. Woo. Well, that was exciting. All right, good finish, guys. It looked like it stayed in that order. I hope I called that right. So we have Mr. Quinn now coming up. And again, I can only assume that there's There's no threat from around because there's no other riders showing near him. So I'm back to myself to try and stay in the module, and I can see nobody. There needs to be a better way basically to spectate these races. Right, I'm going to quit the event with Lucas. See if I can just pick up some riders. Who have we not seen him? Not seen Len. I don't think we've seen Brian come in yet. Let's see if we can do a ride with. Of course, Lucas isn't friends with these guys, so they're not going to show up. Okay, it's taken me ages. The first rider I found was Mike Ward in the DCAT, so I can keep an eye on him. But sadly, it's not in the event module. I can see Noel was just a little bit further back, so I'm going to leave this camera on Mr. Ward, and unfortunately, you're stuck with me. Pretty much until the end now. Now, what I'm wanting to see, do I turn for the KOM when I come out of this tunnel? I think I must do. In which case, I have a chance to get some bonus points. I didn't see what any of the times were, but it's got to be worth a go, isn't it? Of course, E. Soy is right behind M. Ward there. He's also in this race. Without having WKG by his name, it's really hard to tell who is, but I think from everyone I can see on that screen, it is just M. Ward and E. Soy. I'm pretty sure, like I say, I'm pretty sure I saw Noel McGrath. Well, I want to go forwards on the camera and have a look, but I can't risk it. Sorry, guys. So, everybody else, I'm really sorry I didn't get your finish. I'll do a points wrap up at the end of this video, so at least everybody will get a mention in the video, anybody that I missed. What I need is about 5 accounts, or 4 accounts actually, will be fine. I can enter in each category and view, just keep a view on one rider in each category, and that way I can flick in and out the cameras without any problems of losing view of everybody. I'm gonna have to try and do this KOM quietly, because if my wife hears me going for it, I'm in trouble. Hey, Mr. Capel, I reckon you finished, haven't you? Thanks for the ride on, buddy. And everybody else, I can see my pockets are full there, so I'll have missed all of those, but thanks everybody. All right, just keep a nice gentle spin up until the start of the KOM. I could just let fly for a couple of minutes, powered by Sabutamol. In fact, it's not a bad idea. I have my aero as well, which will be handy. Look, I can see Wilt's riders finished. They're sort of congratulating each other on the messaging there. So I'm so far out of it, so far removed, I can't even see the messaging on my screen. That's how slow I've been going. So M. Ward still got. Soy's moved. Right, I will look at E. Soy. See, I know Patrick Baker's there somewhere as well. He's going to be further up in the DCAT. There's Noel. So I've got E. Soy, M. Ward, N. McGrath. Those guys I know are in the race. So, trouble is, I'm probably going to miss their finish now because I'm going to be busy going up the KOM. But I've been told not to sacrifice my own race too much in the interest of looking around. So, let's see if I can get the KOM done before these guys come over the finish line. Alright, here we go. Oh, didn't do it anyway. It wasn't worth it. That's all I had. That was a bad idea. My wife was right. That's a terrible idea. Although, saying that, I don't think MC Fruit's in the league. So, I might have just bagged myself some bonus points. Oh. It's not really in the spirit of things, is it? But hey, points are points. I need them. Luckily, Mrs. Marcus Neal doesn't watch these vlogs. So, if I can calm my breathing down, pretty sharpish, she'll be none the wiser. Sadly, I did miss everybody coming over the line, I think. Yeah, I think I've missed everybody. So, I am sorry about that. I just hope it was worth it now and that everyone ahead of me in that KOM, not a league rider. Huh? Pardon? No, look, I'm doing 76 watts, babe. I'm just hot. Somebody put the radiator up very high. Whoa. I'm just sweating. I'm just hot, that's all. I might be in trouble. Cool. I don't know if it's Zwift or this bike, but it's definitely less comfortable than the Cervelo. And I don't know if that's, like I say, just because it's rigid, it's fixed in place. My backside hurts a lot more on this. I'll tell you what I can do while I'm rolling around very slowly to the finish line. Before I go through the scores, the finishing order, what I will do is draw your attention to the team kit. So there's a new order open. Just get that over there a bit. Bring that up there. New order open for the Endura kit. We've added gloves, bags, socks, arm warmers. So we've still got the compact gilet, the race jersey, race bibs, the pro jersey and the pro bibs. Both jerseys and both bibs are available in men's and women's. So if you are interested, the order is open until the 21st of this month. So you've got just over a week to do it. All you do is go teamwkg.com, teamwkg.com. We're doing it directly through the team shop this time as opposed to multiple individual orders through Endura. So basically they'll all be ordered through the team shop. The one order will go into Endura. We just had quite a bit of confusion last time and some items didn't turn up and it became a little bit messy. So I think it's going to be easier to manage if there's basically just one order that goes in directly from the club to Endura. So we know exactly what we should be getting, which sizes, quantities, etc. So anyway, everything's there. The main one where there's a sort of quantity requirement, I mean we're doing it now anyway, but obviously I'd rather not be left with hundreds of pairs of socks because we'll have to meet their minimum order requirement. But it's the socks, basically. £10 for a pair of the socks. They're really nice. They're I've seen a sample of the Endura socks, Endura race socks. They were shorter ones that they sent me, but these are looking like being the sort of the length that I'm more used to, similar to anyone that's got psychology socks. They're that kind of length. But basically, we need to order. Their minimum order is 100 pairs. So we're getting 100 pairs, whatever happens. But like I say, I'd rather not be left with boxes and boxes of socks. I'm sure we'll sell them over time, but it would certainly help if anybody that is interested in the socks could get an order in nice and early, basically before the 21st of this month, so just over a week away. It's not crucial, like I say, but just makes things easier for me if the sooner they come in. So those are the socks. Have a look around. There's new race mitts, looking really nice. All the design work's gone in. I'm just waiting for it all to be finalised. These are obviously just sort of mock-ups at this stage, but this is basically what we're requesting, and there's no indication at the moment that we won't be getting exactly what we're requesting. Team bag, which I'm particularly interested in. It's got separate compartments for your shoes and sort of sweaty bits you can separate after a race or an event, I suppose. While I'm on the sort of promotional kick, Giro, limited edition Giro t-shirt. I'm going to do one for the Tour and the Vuelta as well, as we did last year, although actually I think I only did the Tour in the end last year. The Giro one, I know I did a design, but I think I sort of missed the boat in getting it out there. So anyway, only 50 of these are being made. I know I designed it, but I love it. It's my favourite t-shirt I've designed, I've got to be honest. And I think it's that pink grey combination again. So jump in there, they're $18.99, free delivery. You get a little tricolore tag on one sleeve, Giro on the front, the 101 slogan and the dates on the back. The real high quality t-shirts, as same stock as I use on all the other t-shirts, so they're really nice, soft touch, sort of ring spun, organic comb cotton. So yeah, jump in, grab those while they're still there. Somebody raised the question actually, what was the difference between the race and the pro kits? I don't have a pro kit here to show you, but this is a race kit that I'm wearing. Obviously this is the original design, but this is basically, it's very aero, I love it, I've got to say. It's not going to be particularly flattering on curves and things because it's tight fitting, but very stretchy. It's very stretchy material. It's really thin and light and extremely aero and actually breathes quite nicely, so it's quite cooling. So that's the jersey, and the race bibs, which, can I get, yeah, you can't really see, but anyway, same material. And they have the Endura's top end pad, chamois inside. And this is the one that was developed with Movistar. It's their pro race team kit, basically. So confusingly, this is called the race. The pro one is a very slightly heavier material, and ever so slightly more relaxed fit, although I don't want anyone to be confused by that. It's still a kind of race cut, but there's just a little bit more give in it, a little bit more, possibly a slightly more flattering cut, if I'm honest. And the shorts again, slightly heavier material, still a sort of racy fit, and the pad used is the next level down. Not a huge difference, considering obviously there are price differences between the two. It's not a huge difference in quality, if I'm honest. I know I should be trying to push the race ones. That is my personal preference, but not necessarily everybody's. But there you go, that's about as best as I can explain it. I think I copied, here we go, we got the full Endura description is there with the items for each of these, so you can check them out if that makes any more sense to you than it does to me. All I know is they're bloody nice. They're really nice, really, really nice kits, and I'm really glad we chose Endura as our supplier. Anyway, let's sales pitch over. I think I'm nearly round to the finish line. Time to perfection. So look, is this the? Oh, look at that. Coming down to the finish line. Should get the finishing order come up soon. Well, if nothing else, it looked like a fun race for a lot of you guys, and it's been a nice gentle introduction back onto the bike for me since not being well. I've really missed the bike, I've got to say, and as much as I love Zwift, it's actually been getting outside that I've really missed the most. Obviously, having had a week of just using my dream bike, riding on dream roads, We've had beautiful weather this week as well, and it's turned today. It's been wet and miserable today, but I've been kind of bedridden and laid up. It's stunning sunshine outside. Anyway, there we go. We have finished. So let's run through this finishing order. I'm going to do it category by category. I think that's the easiest way, right after I've given everybody a ride on. Oof, actually, there's loads. I'll do that in a moment. Okay, A category. Race winner, Mr. M Bike, followed by P Sharp, followed by Y Linnaeus, J Woodward, and M Parent. Well done, you guys. Great going. Awesome power, as always, for the A Cat. I'm pretty sure J Woodward, I'm going to have to check, but I don't think so. But I'm pretty sure it's P Sharp and Y Linnaeus are the only league riders in that. So that's first and second for you guys. Massive haul of points. Well done. Over to B's. U Matatan, F Storley, and Y Yang Columbia for the podium places. What's B Cat limit? Yeah. Anyway. So then we have N Taylor, Wilts Ryder, J Boslaugh, H Summerson, J Elliott, T Quinn, Emmanuel, I Castro, and J Grenfell. Well done, everybody. League-wise, I'm thinking Frank Storley first, followed by N Taylor, followed by Wilts Ryder, followed by Hans-Peter Summerson, followed by T Quinn. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're in the league. Followed by Emmanuel, and then followed by John Grenfell. So well done, everyone. C-Cat, whee, Mr. Bruce. Good job, man. Mr. Jackson, boom, strike. I'm not sure in the league anyway. I'll have to check. I'm terrible with this, aren't I? I forget. Anyway, so the podium places. D. Bruce, M. Jackson, P. Rodriguez. Congratulations, chaps. Excellent riding. Then we have MPT, B. Roden, S. Mawson, JJ, L. Capel, E. Wishick, E. Zuttermeister, Keith D, Kate All the Pies D. I think that's Catherine. I think. P. McLaren, P. Santa Maria, K. Wilshire, P. Daly, Velo Viking, M. Rhys Evans, S. Ludlow, B. Silverstone, and M. Neal. Look at that, average watts, 1.3 watts per kilogram. So, league, D. Bruce first. I think it's then going to be Brian Roden, and then Len, then Keith, then Catherine, then Paul, then Percy, then Kevin, then PJ, then Snorefeli, then Matt, then myself. I wasn't counting which position that was in, so I'm not going to try and work out how many points I got for that. Right, lots of ride-ons for this. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, over to D category. Mr. P. Baker. Good job, man. 2.5. What's the cat limit? Is it 2.4? Is that another strike? I'm going to have to check my records. But good job anyway. So, podium, P. Baker, E. Soy, and M. Ward. Great job, guys. Then we have Noel McGrath and J. Hobson bringing it up. And so for the league, we have P. Baker, M. Ward, Noel McGrath. Great stuff, chaps. And I think that's ride-ons for everybody. Oh, no, missed a couple. I thought I'd just done these, guys. Obviously not. Anyway, there we go. Right. Let me wrap up. What can I say? Obviously, I'm disappointed I wasn't able to make a race of it with you guys. I do miss the racing. And fingers crossed, I will be fully 100% raring to go to bring the fight to my main nemesis for the 111, which is happening next Saturday. So prepare your legs, plenty of rest, carb up the night before, and let's get it on. But yeah, thank you all so much for riding. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everybody that's already ordered t-shirts and kit. I just love the fact these things are getting out there. It's just so exciting. There we go. Well done, everybody. Congratulations, everybody that finished. I really hope I got those bonus points. And I'll see you all very soon. Cheers.